Just about everybody loves fall.
And there's no better way to welcome in the season than down on the farm.
It's time to celebrate the harvest today on
Su Vida.
Let's go this way.
Go this way. You know, it just doesn't seem like fall until you get to spend some time down on the farm.
And I'm sure there's a great farm near you, but one of our favorites is Schnepp Farm in Queen Creek, Arizona.
Oh, and they're welcoming the harvest season in a huge way with their annual pumpkin and chili party.
Yum! They have hay rides, a corn maze, you can even ride the farm's train.
And they have a pig race. You get to pick out your own Halloween pumpkin and enjoy some of the best chili you ever tasted.
This party is held every Thursday through Sunday in October, and on Friday and Saturday nights, fireworks light up the sky.
The pumpkin and chili party at Schnepp Farms is something you don't want to miss. And if you're in San Diego, here's another destination you'll want to check out. San Diego Magazine included the Marine Rooms cooking class in its Best of San Diego issue. It's a unique restaurant built on location that is directly in the water at high tide.
The Marine Room restaurant opened in 1941, and it's part of La Jolla Beach and Tennis Club, who opened in 1935. It is located right on the seashores of La Jolla, and it is just a one-of-a-kind location. It is beautiful. You have the best sunsets. It's just magical. This is where people travel from all over the world just to come in and experience our restaurant. When they opened in 1841, Seafood Newburgh was the signature, and they had also the trout and all the classic at that time. Now, the cuisine that we have these days is progressive, modern, sustainable, in season, very, very important to me, and delicious. If you look at the menu itself, I'm a Frenchman, so you would say this is a French restaurant. It's not really a French restaurant. What I do is I use French techniques in the kitchen, but I was able to travel through 75 countries. So it's a quilt of culture, ingredients, spices, yet using all the local bounty that our region has to offer. This restaurant is so unique. There's not one place like this in the world where you have a restaurant that was built in the ocean, on the sand. And when you have the high tide coming in, summer is high tide dinners, winter is high tide breakfast, but the wave literally kisses the windows. And it is magical. It's really unbelievable. About 12 years ago, I wanted to do something very special. So I just went, cooking class. Everybody loves cooking class. And a lot of my guests wanted to learn what we were doing in the kitchen. So we started to do seasonal cooking class. So once every quarter, we do a 3-course. So an appetizer, main course, and desserts. And it's paired with 3 different wines and a little cocktail to start. We do a presentation from the beginning to the end of each of the dishes, including not only the techniques, but the presentation as well. I keep it very, very light. So we do Q&As in the middle of the demo, and people really love it. And everybody has a great meal at the end, and it's just fun. San Diego Magazine, when I saw that we had, on the best of the best, our cooking class, it really took it home for me. It was like, yes, it is really neat to be recognized as someone who is really part of the community. And that's what's important to me, to share my passion, to share our restaurant, to share our awesome recipes, but at the same time to really have fun. You know, at the Marine Room, we create memories that become traditions. And it can be for someone who lives in San Diego or someone who travels from anywhere around the world. They will always look forward to come to that very, very special place.
Su Vida will be right back right after this.
Su Vida is brought to you by Chicanos por la Causa. Join the cause for change.
Hey, welcome back to Su Vida. We are enjoying these delicious shakes.
Oh yeah, and these shakes were handcrafted by Carrie Schnepp herself, one of the owners.
And all the ingredients are right here from the farm.
Yes, they are, and that explains why Vanessa is getting a pumpkin shake, and I started devouring a peach shake.
All right, so if you ever wanted to live on a farm, well, now's your chance.
Actually, let's clear that up. You can't really live here, but you can glamp it up in here.
Okay, so glamping is glamorous camping. And what better way to camp than in a vintage trailer? And they have several of them here at the farm, and they're all unique little treasures. And it was just named one of the top 40 glamping sites in North America.
An Airstream is a home on wheels, but our next story is about a sticks and bricks house that was moved brick by adobe brick.
Every time I come to O'Connor House, I have a sense of awe. Every time we welcome members of the legislature, they are in awe that they are standing in the home of Justice Sandra Day O'Connor. There's a reverence, there is joy, and there is a feeling of goodness and what the best that our nation has to offer. I'm Sarah Suggs, President and CEO of the Sandra Day O'Connor Institute. We were founded in 2009 by Justice O'Connor after her retirement from the Supreme Court. And we have 3 areas of focus that really embody the life work of Justice O'Connor, which include civil discourse, civic engagement, and civics education. The house itself was, of course, built by Sandra Day and John O'Connor in the 1950s with the help of an adobe artisan, George Ellis, an architect who had studied under Frank Lloyd Wright. Leaders in the valley learned that the home was scheduled for demolition. And of course, that was absolutely intolerable as a concept because it was an historic home for many, many reasons. So those leaders started fundraising. And over the course of a few years and a few $1 million, they were able to bring in experts on moving an adobe home. In about 3 years, more or less, it was finally relocated to this beautiful location that is reminiscent of the desert landscape that they had originally.
I'm Janie Ellis, and I was the project manager for the deconstruction and reconstruction of the Sandra Day O'Connor house. We weren't sure how big the house would be, if it would shrink or expand in the move. So one of the things we really needed to do was get the roof in place before we put the walls up. So we jacked the roof up into the air and then built the walls underneath so that it all matched up the way it started out. It's never been done before. It was a total experiment. This is the main house that Justice O'Connor and her husband raised the 3 children in. And I always kid and say that people who were raised in adobe houses have higher IQs. And Justice O'Connor always laughs, but she does agree with me. I think the house is a really piece of great architecture and history for Arizona. And I think it's going to serve a role in Arizona's future.
Justice O'Connor conducted herself in such a way that was so exemplary and a statesman, if you will. So it's important that this house endures. It's important that we continue to teach the generations of young people who will follow decades, if not centuries, about Sandra Day O'Connor and her historic role in our nation's history.
Hey, JR, you've been preserving those cookies over there, and I think it's time to share.
Okay, Vanessa, here you go. You know, preserving our history is important, but equally important is preserving our culture and celebrating it as well.
I'm going to celebrate these cookies, but that's what this art collection's all about. Take a look.
The Phoenix Art Museum is comprised of 7 collecting areas. They include modern and contemporary art, European painting, American art, Latin American art, photography, and fashion design. My name is Gilbert Vicario. I am Deputy Director for Curatorial Affairs and the Seelig Family Chief Curator at Phoenix Art Museum. We're standing right now in Steele Gallery in the Agnes Pelton Desert Transcendentalist exhibition. This exhibition represents the first survey of her work in almost 25 years. She's an artist that, like O'Keeffe, was very interested in the landscape of the Southwest, but she focused more on the California desert and in relationship to ideas of transcendentalism and spirituality. Agnes's paintings are a little more poetic, and actually in many cases Pelton wrote poems that accompanied some of her paintings, and you'll get to see those in the exhibition. One of the primary focuses of Phoenix Art Museum is on Western art. It is such a unique geographic part of the country. We're living in the Sonoran Desert, so we actually share a landscape with Mexico. So there are a lot of different ways that artists have approached that. One of the things that we've been trying to do is to bridge that with artists from Mexico who are looking at the same landscape. And so we've begun to do exhibitions where we compare and contrast how Mexican artist has looked at the landscape versus how an American artist has looked at the landscape to create a new dialogue. It also gives us a greater understanding of what it means to be an American artist, what it means to be a Mexican-American artist. In a lot of ways, it really is how people understand America. And so it's a very important role. We actually have some amazing works by Mexican artists right alongside works by American artists. We have an artist by the name of Chavez Morado. We have works by Diego Rivera and quite a number of other Mexican artists.
The Phoenix Art Museum is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Wednesdays, and noon to 5 p.m. on Sundays. The museum is closed on Mondays. For more information, visit our website at phxart.org and follow us on social media at phxart.
There's so much to see and do and to eat here at Schnepp Farms. For example, you can get yourself a bottle of pickled jalapenos.
Don't forget about the cookies and milkshake we had.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And this peach blossom honey. Did you know they have the beehives right here on the farm?
I didn't know that. Did you know that if you follow me on Instagram, you can get 10% off on everything here at Schnepp Farms?
No, that's not true. Don't listen to him.
Still follow me on Instagram though.
Hey, if you want to stock up, you can visit the store or go online at schneppsfarms.com. We'll be back with more Su Vida from down on the farm right after this. Hey, let's give you some of this honey so you stop talking, huh?
50% off if you follow me.
Celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month with Contour from Cox. Enjoy star-studded hit movies all month long that speak to the rich history of the Hispanic experience on demand. Now for as low as $3.99. And from September 26th through September 30th, enjoy Pantalla Free Preview, the largest selection of Spanish-language movies with all your favorite movie stars in HD. And commercial-free. Contour from Cox, entertainment created with you in mind. Su Vida Musica is powered by Mega 104.3 and 101.1 The Beat. Hey, welcome back to Su Vida. I'm Vanessa Ramirez.
And I'm J.R. Cardenas. You know, fall is a great time for you to visit a farm near you.
And for us, that means Schnepp Farm. Throughout the year, you can visit their organic U-Pig garden. You know, they grow just about everything. They have pumpkins, onions, and okra.
It's always great to get close to the earth and learn where your food is coming from. And also all the hard work that goes into growing it at a farm.
You know, that's a great lesson for the kids, JR. And any farmer knows how to grow a perfect tomato. And these artists know how to turn any car into a piece of art. Take a look.
Have some okra.
Sure.
My name is Nick Senioris. I'm the owner of Hubcaps Hot Rod and Custom. So today we're here at Hubcaps Hot Rod and Custom, enjoying our first annual Brush Bash and Toy Drive. A Brush Bash is a way for artists, shops, customers, just car enthusiasts in general. It's a way to get together and share ideas, share styles, share that kind of common bond. And bringing in Brian from SoCal Speed Shop, Arizona, and Tony, and then just a lot of the stripers around town. You know, it gives us a chance to get out and drive the hot rods and do it for a good cause.
My name is Tony Perez. Most of my work is pinstriping. I dabble in airbrushing and illustration, but my love is pinstriping. That's what I like to do, is just get a brush and hand paint, stripes on a car, make someone's car unique to where it looks different than what you see just going down the street.
My name is Brian Benzing. My wife and I own SoCal Speed Shop here in Phoenix, And about a month ago, we ran across Nick from Hubcaps here at Good Guys Car Show, and we just started talking about what could we do for Christmas. We came up with the idea to do a toy drive, gather up some toys for the Phoenix Children's Hospital. It just kind of grew from there.
We're asking people to bring toys, that way we can donate them to kids, this Christmas. And we want to do this annually, so it's gonna pick up. We're gonna get more and more people participating here at this event, and it's a great event, great thing to do at this time of the year.
It's kind of cool walking around, checking out all these awesome guys that have skill way beyond I could even imagine having. Just laying down some straight, clean lines and doing some awesome artwork, and just some cool things to look at, man. From the plates they're painting on to the full-size boards, the Ratfink Rat over there, all that kind of stuff. It's just awesome to watch the skill these guys have and to see it come out of their hands and flow onto paper and stuff.
Super happy with the turnout. I'm happy with the amount of toys that everybody's donated. I'm happy to get the artists here. And, every year, I want to see it grow, just get bigger and bigger.
All aboard!
Hey, JR, what are you doing in there? You're not an engineer. Get out of there.
Actually, yeah, no, I'm a licensed drone pilot. I'm good.
We'll be back with more Savila right after this. Get out of the Schnepp Farm train.
Hey, there's room for two.
Get out. I don't trust you.
Come on, I know how to do
Why
it. Hey, welcome back to Savita. We're in Queen Creek, Arizona at Schnepp Farms. I'm with Carrie Schnepp, and I got a couple of questions to ask you.
Perfect.
First off, when did this all start?
This started in 1941. It was purchased by my husband's grandparents for $25 an acre. And it was just desert, but it was a long way out here, and his mom and dad, my mother and father-in-law, spent their honeymoon night here and had to clear all the ground and get it ready to start farming these fabulous vegetables and peaches. And I moved out here about 28 years ago, and I fell in love with the agricultural lifestyle. And that's how it all started.
When did Schnepp Farms become a big public attraction? The biggest one in the western part of the universe.
Thank you, of course. Well, when I moved out here, this was a roadside stand, and all we did was sell vegetables and fruits. And me being a city girl, I fell in love with the lifestyle, but I needed to get more people out here. So little by little, my husband and I started adding this and adding that, adding a train ride, adding a carousel, expanding our U-Pick garden, turning this into a country store. And so 28 years later, we're one of the top destination places in the state of Arizona, and we attract a good 250,000 people out here to the farm during our season. So we have a lot of fun.
Now, let's talk about the season. I heard there's something big happening during the holiday season. You want to tell us?
We're doing something that's going to be kind of fun. We're doing a new Christmas event on the farm. So we'll have our ice skating, and it's called Christmas at Schnepp Farms. A fabulous, amazing light display and a whole Santa Claus lane where everyone can just come and spend an entire evening out here enjoying, really getting in and feeling a magical holiday experience. That's what we're really excited about this year.
Are we welcome to come back?
Absolutely. You know that. Hey, you're welcome to come back anytime.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you so much for having us here today. From farm life and tractors, we're moving to a totally different culture and a completely different kind of ride. Check this out.
We have 1,000 cars in this show, the Arizona Super Show, that it's so amazing. So many people come in and enjoy it. Well, it's a great show for the family, for whole family, because obviously there's entertainment all over the place throughout the day, but mainly is the culture and is the attractiveness that a parent is transmitting to the son, or the grandparent to the parent, and the parent to the son, basically. So we have a whole family event that it can teach you dedication to what you like. It's a hobby, but they like it, they love it, and that's very important.
We're coming out to the Arizona Super Show. We got a great lineup today.
Well, I was actually out here, the car was out here already. I had it shipped out here because I didn't like it the way it was built out on the East Coast. So I sent it out here. It was actually in the Vegas show last year, the Las Vegas Super Show. I won second in my class there. A lot of guys contributed to the car, the Diaba family, Joe at California Upholstery, Top Notch Customs. The patterns and stuff on the frame was done by Marvin. He's actually the president of the club. It wouldn't be running the way it runs now if it wasn't for the automotive doctor. I won first. Everybody won first. But, I mean, there's a lot of beautiful cars in here, so, I mean, I don't know.
High-quality clothing that fits everyone's style in the lowrider community. Visit their booth and take a piece of the lowrider legacy with you here at the Arizona Super Show.
So the hop, it's very important. Why? Because you bring your car, you build it so that it jumps. And the higher it jumps, well, that means if you're gonna win, and you win a lot of money. Imagínate que llevan tanto tiempo organizando este evento para llegar a este día. Y este día se abre el show de los lowriders, que son 1000 carros entre carros, camionetas, bicicletas, motocicletas. Aparte viene el hub, aparte el entretenimiento musical, aparte comida para toda la familia y entretenimiento en vivo.
All the vendors and of course all the spectators that are here today. And can't forget the car owners and the car clubs and the solo riders that are out here showing off the cars, the motorcycles.
El Arizona Super Show puede traer no solamente la enseñanza de una cultura, sino a las próximas generaciones enseñarles qué es lo que, si tienen una pasión, pues deben de seguirla. Y de esa manera construir de ahí, ¿no? Sigue pasándose de generación en generación.
We want to thank Carrie Schneff for having us here today at Schneff Farms.
And fall is a perfect time to explore, so take the kids out to a farm or a farmer's market to teach them to appreciate all the good things that farmers do for us.
Yes, and don't forget to get the honey. It's really good.
Oh, and what about the pumpkin shake? It's amazing.
Yes, and peach everything. I love it. Anyways, we're going to go eat. We'll see you next time on the next
Su Vida. And actually, I'm going to go ride the train.
Choo Choo. I'll follow you.
Boop, boop.
Dun, 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 dun.